We're live right now, okay? All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Ballaholics, the show for those who simply can't get enough of basketball. I'm your host, Sam Israel, filling in once again for Ian Mills. We have my good friend, boy Daniel. Welcome to the show, Daniel. Great to have you on, man.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be on the Ballaholic show this afternoon.
This
I am
afternoon?
ready to talk
What
basketball
time
this
zone are you in?
night.
This afternoon?
I, yes. Oh, this night.
little nervous, Daniel, because you know I'm gonna roast you
hmm
tonight.
Yes.
We're gonna have a lot of fun
All right,
tonight.
we'll
Really
see.
excited to get going on the show tonight. We have so much to talk about. We're gonna talk about Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving with the Brooklyn Nets, seeing if they're gonna win a title. We're also gonna talk about the New York Knicks, of course. We're both suffering Knicks fans, me and Daniel, and we're gonna talk about who we believe their head coach should be next year. And last but not least, besides the Milwaukee Bucks, we're gonna discuss our second best team in the Eastern Conference. If you haven't done so already, be sure to show some love for the Ballaholics Instagram, Ballaholics underscore BTV6. And once again, I just want to let you guys know if you guys are having audio difficulties, if you cannot hear me or Daniel, if one of us is too loud, if one of us is too quiet, let us know in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Don't be shy. It's just because I have to fix the audio problems for the software that I'm using. So, really excited to get going, guys. We have a lot in store for today, as I said earlier. Also, want to inform you guys that we actually have an interview coming up with a collegiate basketball player from Georgia Southern University. And he's a player, and he also broadcasts the women basketball games there, as well as the soccer games and other sports as well. So, you're not going to want to miss that. We have an interview going on that coming up in a couple of weeks. So, super excited. Without further ado, let's get on with the very first segment. And we're going to start with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Oh, it looks like I have a Knicks image on there, on if you guys can see. I didn't mean to have the Knicks image. That was just me being a suffering Knicks fan. So let's take off that Knicks image of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and let's bring it back to the reality. Very upsetting, Daniel. I don't know if you can see it, but very upsetting. Kyrie Irving
Oh
and
no,
Kevin
I can't
Durant
see
in
it.
a Brooklyn Nets uniform. So Daniel, what do you think, man? You think
hmm
if Kevin Durant comes back next year, which the reports suggest he is, are the Nets a title contender? Or better yet, do you believe that they will win a title in the future?
Okay, let me just start off by this. Do you know who I am? Do you know my name? My name is Kevin Durant. Yes, I believe Kevin Durant will bring a title to the Brooklyn Nets. I'm confident in Kevin Durant's abilities and talents. He has a roster: Jared Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris. Let's not forget Karis LeVert. I think that's a good team to keep around him, and I think they could go forward.
Daniel Babua, I understand why you think what you think, and I know right now I'm gonna sound like I'm just salty by my answer, but I'm not. I'm not really salty. I am a little bit because I'm a suffering Knicks fan, and I would have liked Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to come to the New York Knicks and join the New York Knicks. However, I do not believe that this Brooklyn team, even with Kevin Durant, will win a title. Sure, they will be title contenders, no doubt. If you're looking into Eastern Conference with their competition, if Giannis Antetokounmpo is staying with the Milwaukee Bucks, they're having a career season. They're having an NBA historical season, and it's not about necessarily the talent because I do believe that the Nets have more talent than the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, that duo is greater than Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton, possibly in terms of talent. But
hmm
there's something called synergy, Daniel, and the Milwaukee Bucks
hmm
have that chemistry. Because I'm looking at the Milwaukee Bucks as being the competitor, the main competitor against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm also looking
hmm
at the Boston Celtics, who have young studs in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Not to mention they have their leader in Kemba Walker. They replaced the quote-unquote leader last year in Kyrie Irving. So they replaced Kyrie Irving with Kemba Walker, who doesn't necessarily have more talent than Kyrie Irving, but he's just a better overall player on the court and off the court. And then I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers, who Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, I think once they figure that out, they'll be, a threat. I don't know if I put them over the Brooklyn Nets necessarily. My other dark horse competitor would be the Miami Heat. They're looking phenomenal this season. They have Jimmy Butler, who is a bona fide star, underappreciated all-star in the NBA, and he's a clutch player also, not to mention in the playoffs. I mean, that team was, you know, 7 games they took the reigning NBA champs, the Toronto Raptors, featuring a team of Kawhi Leonard, Marc Gasol, Kyle Lowry, etc., etc. And what I'm saying is they're going to have tons of cap space in 2021 to lure in a big-time free agent, whether that be Giannis Antetokounmpo or some other big name, because we already know that there are so many free agents available in 2021. When I take all that into consideration, Daniel, along with the fact that I'm questioning Kevin Durant's health coming back from an Achilles injury, I can't pencil him in as necessarily definitely winning a title in the next couple of years.
Well, I see what you're saying, but I think the chemistry will take a couple of years to build. And let's say I see that you're really doubting Kyrie Irving's ability on the team and his sort of chemistry with the other players. But let's take, for example, Spencer Dinwiddie as the point guard
What about him?
With KD, Jared Allen,
No,
Joe Harris.
no. Kyrie Irving's a phenomenal player. Sure, he's not a top-tier superstar and cannot lead a team by himself, but as a duo, we saw in Cleveland what he did with LeBron James. And just for example, even hitting that clutch shot, Kyrie